Tony Stewart left his mark on Sprint Cup Series. Tony Stewart, 45, is considered one of the most versatile drivers of his era, registering success in every series he entered and every type of car he drove. The Columbus native began his career racing go-karts, winning the World Karting Association championship as a 16-year-old. From there, Stewart moved up to the United Midget Racing Association and then to the United States Auto Club, where he was named the USAC Rookie of the Year in 1991 and won USAC National Midget Series titles in 1994 and 1995, before winning the USAC Silver Crown Series championship in 1995. Stewart then switched to IndyCar in 1996. He won 3 times in 24 races between 1996 and 1998 and captured the 1997 IndyCar championship. He earned the pole in his first Indianapolis 500 in 1996 and won 8 races overall to go along with 7 podium finishes. Earning your new challenges, Stewart moved to NASCAR and joined the Sprint Cup Series as a full-time driver for the 1999 season. A timeline of Stewart's Sprint Cup career: 1999 An immediate success. Stewart ran away with NASCAR's Rookie of the Year award, after scoring 3 wins and 21 top 10 finishes to finish 4th in the standings, setting the record since broken by Denny Hamlin in 2006 for the highest points finish by a rookie in the modern era since 1972. Stewart also became just the second driver to attempt the Indianapolis 500 Coca-Cola 600 double, finishing in the top 10 in both Memorial Day weekend races and completing 1,090 of a combined 1,100 miles in both races in the same day. 2000 In his second year at Joe Gibbs Racing, Stewart won a series-high 6 races and recorded 23 top 10s and 12 top 5 finishes to rank 6th in the season-ending standings. 2001 Won 3 times, earned 15 top 5s and 22 top 10s to finish second to Jeff Gordon for the championship. Stewart once again attempted the Indianapolis-Charlotte double, this time becoming the first and only driver to complete all 1,100 miles. He finished 6th in the Indy 500 and 3rd in the Coca-Cola 600. 2002 claimed his first Sprint Cup Series championship, despite being hit with a 25-point penalty following an altercation with a photographer at the Brickyard 400 in Indianapolis. But with 3 wins, 15 top 5s and 21 top 10s, Stewart had enough to hold off Mark Martin for his first NASCAR title. 2003 His final rank of 7th in the Sprint Cup standings was his worst so far in the series, but Stewart still recorded 2 wins, 12 top 5s and 18 top 10s. 2004 began the season with a second-place finish in the Daytona 500, his best result in NASCAR's premier race, but for the second time in 3 years was obsessed with a 25-point penalty, this time for throwing a punch at driver Brian Vickers at Sonoma. Stewart collected 2 wins, 10 top 5s and 19 top 10s en route to a 6th-place finish in the final standings after qualifying 4th for the series' first chase for the Nextel Cup playoffs. 2005 At the age of 34, Stewart won his second Cup championship, compiling 5 wins, 17 top 5s and 25 top 10s to hold off Greg Biffle and Carl Edwards. 2 of those 5 wins were monumental as Stewart finally reached victory lane at Daytona International Speedway Pepsi 400 and Indianapolis Motor Speedway Brickyard 400. 2006 Stewart was not able to defend his championship, missing the chase by 16 points to become the first defending champion to miss the chase the following year. He would claim 5 victories, but 3 of those came after the regular season ended. In total, his season included 15 top 5s, 19 top 10s and a rank of 11th in the final standings, his lowest since moving to NASCAR. His season also included 2 run-ins with Matt Kenseth, first in February's Bud Shootout and then at the NASCAR All-Star Race in May. 2007 finished 6th in 2007 thanks in part to 23 top 10 finishes. He collected 3 wins, including a victory in the Allstate 400 at the Brickyard, and posted 11 top 5 finishes. After his Brickyard victory, Stewart was fined $25,000 and 25 points for using profanity during interviews. 2008 managed just 1 victory in 2008, a low to that point in his career. In his final season with Joe Gibbs Racing, he posted 10 top 5 and 16 top 10 finishes en route to a 9th place finish in the final standings. His lone victory of the campaign came at Talladega in October's MP Energy 500. Earlier in the season, Stewart announced that he would drive for a new team in 2009, one that he would co-own with Gene Haas. 2009 in his first year as a driver and co-owner of Stewart Haas Racing, Stewart bounced back with 4 wins and a 6th place finish in the final standings. He posted 15 top 5s, had 23 top 10s and entered the chase as the points leader. He won the NASCAR All-Star Race for the first time in 10 attempts and scored his first points victory for SHR at Pocono in June. 2010 regrets slightly from his 2009 campaign, finishing in 7th place while winning 2 races and posting 9 top 5 and 17 top 10 finishes. Both of his victories came late in the season, in September at Atlanta and at Fontana in October. Stewart won his first pole position since October 2005, when he qualified first at the Texas race in April. 2011 captured his 3rd career title in thrilling fashion, winning the final race of the year at Homestead Miami Speedway to edge Carl Edwards in a tiebreaker for the championship. All 5 of Stewart's wins came during the 10-race chase, which he kicked off by winning consecutive races at Chicagoland and New Hampshire. He finished his season with 9 top 5s and 19 top 10s. 2012 followed up his title season with a 9th place finish in the final standings. He has not finished in the top 10 since. When the season concluded, Stewart had 3 wins, 12 top 5s and 16 top 10s. Despite the win at Daytona in the Coke-Zero 400, the most memorable part of his season may have been when he threw his helmet at Matt Kenseth's car following a wreck between the two. 2013 Stewart's 2013 featured a number of controversies and setbacks. He was involved in post-race run-ins with Joey Logano in March at the Auto Club 400 at Fontana, and Kurt Busch, at the Toyota Owners 400 at Richmond in April. Stewart would win at Dover in June, but his season came to an end in August after he broke bones in his right leg while participating in a sprint car race in Iowa. He missed the final 15 races of the season, ending his streak of 521 consecutive starts. His final stats: 1 win, 5 top 5 and a top 10 finishes. 2014 The 2014 season was perhaps the worst in Tony Stewart's career. A difficult year on the Sprint Cup circuit took a sad turn in August, when Stewart was involved in the tragic accident that took the life of Kevin Ward Jr. After exiting his car following a crash during a sprint car event in upstate New York, Ward was struck and killed when he was clipped by Stewart's back right tire. Stewart missed 3 races after the accident. No criminal charges were filed, but the Ward family filed a civil suit against Stewart which is winding its way through the court system. Upon his return, Stewart didn't fare much better. He would finish winless for the first time in his career, along the way picking up a $25,000 fine and probation for a retaliatory penalty he took against Brad Keselowski during an October race. He finished with 3 top 5 and 7 top 10 finishes. 2015 took part in all 36 races in 2015, but did not have any wins or even the top 5 finish, the first in his career. He finished in the top 10 3 times. In September, he announced that 2016 would be his final season. 2016 sidelined before the Sprint Cup season even began after breaking his back while riding in the sand dunes of Southern California. He then missed the first 8 races of the season before returning for the April race at Richmond. Before the race, NASCAR granted Stewart a medical waiver that would allow him to participate in the chase for the Sprint Cup should he qualify. At the end of June, Stewart earned his first victory since 2013 when he won the road course race at Sonoma.